Yeah. Apparently Motorsport 8 is supposed to be going in a much more sim-like direction, so we'll see what they include. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about the new Motorsport ever since, I mean, naturally, right? Naturally, ever since GT came out. Everyone's like, so what about Motorsport? What you got, Motorsport? So I'm gonna be curious if if Motorsport just kind of lets GT do its thing. Because my thought has always been, you don't want to do Motorsport stuff while Horizon is still in its like heyday. You know, that's why they kind of have had this cycle of alternating them, is you let the hype build for Horizon, and then Horizon kind of starts to slow down a little bit, and then you start the Motorsport stuff, and then you kind of, you know, let that, and then a Horizon gets announced. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of just waited a while on Motorsport. Because we don't have, I mean, we still don't know, like, really anything about it. Really anything about it. Motorsport 8 should come out in a year. You're saying, like 2022 or 2023? Because I think a lot of people, I mean, it would be, I don't know. It would be really interesting to... Yeah, I mean, and I was wrong about Horizon, for what it's worth. I was wrong about Horizon, but I would be surprised if Motorsport 8 was announced, like, at E3 this year for a release this year. Yeah, for sure, zero chance we'll see Motorsport before Horizon expansions, for sure. Well, at least expansion 1. It depends what their expansion schedule is. I mean, we're already, we've gone so much longer than we normally have for expansion 1, you know? So we'll see if we hear about that soon. I mean, maybe they're even trying to push expansion 1 out to like E3 time, you know? Because what it was last for Horizon 4 was expansion 1 dropped, you know, really early, and then they did a big E3 reveal for expansion 2. Now, that wouldn't really work unless they're gonna squeeze both of their expansions together, but like E3 season is coming up. And we still don't know anything about even expansion 1. So I don't know. Interesting. I mean, I wonder if their plan has been to support the game with smaller updates for longer in order to do bigger DLCs. That's kind of one of the things I've thought, is like, maybe we're in real time kind of seeing the transition from Horizon being like a 1-year life cycle game to like a games as a service, like multi-year kind of thing. So I could very much see them doing more than 2 expansions or DLCs, whatever you want to call them. I feel like they're big enough to be called expansions. But I could see them doing more than 2 expansions, and B, I could see them pushing them out a little bit further and maybe doing slightly bigger expansions, because, you know, again, they're probably going to be supporting Horizon 5 for 3 or 4 years instead of the, you know, planned like 1 to 2-ish years. And then obviously Horizon 4 kind of got extended out because of the whole delays and everything like that, and I think everything got a little bit wonky. But I don't know. I think my hope for the future of Horizon, or the future of Forza, would be for them to not do a 1-year schedule, but to do a 2-year schedule. So each game has 4 years of dev time, and we get 1 every 2 years. I think that, like, if Motorsport's about to go onto this new engine, and Horizon, you know, Horizon 6 will go on, who knows? I don't know. But I think that would be the cool way to do it, would be to switch to a 2-year/4-year cycle. instead of, you know, yearly cycles. Just, it's not enough. It's not enough time, especially not in like the current, you know, era of gaming, if you will. So I want to see Hot Wheels 2. Yeah, I would, I don't know. I'm so curious what they're going to do for the expansions. I know there's been some talk about, I brought this up ages ago, I think before the game even came out. But there's been some talk more recently about people don't necessarily want a rally-themed, like an extreme weather-themed expansion anymore, because we have extreme weather in the base game. And I talked about this like right when the game came out, I think, on stream. But historically, I mean, even Horizon 1 was like a rally expansion. Horizon 2, you know, every single first expansion has been an extreme weather expansion. It's always been a rally-focused, like, you know, extreme weather expansion. I don't want that. You know, I think the base game has enough rally and extreme weather. I want like a road themed expansion. I think that's personally what I'm shooting for. Is, you know, my dream expansion is like a mountain roads, like Toge style, like Southern California. I want SoCal, I want a big city, and I want some like sick mountain roads that are a little bit tighter, which are better for drifting, because the Vulcan Sprint is not a good drifting road. It's a good Toge road, great Toge road, not a good drifting road. I want an expansion to focus on road racing, personally, because I think I like road racing a little bit more than rally. So that's obviously my bias. But I also think this game has had more strong rally content than any game historically has. And same with the extreme weather. Like, we have sandstorms and, like, you know, crazy thunder and lightning in the base game. So I feel like for them to do, if they were to do like an extreme weather expansion in Horizon 5, it would feel like more of the same, not something new. Whereas in previous games, you know, like Blizzard Mountain in Horizon 3 was like something new, something different. Technical road expansion is the only way Forza is getting a true Toge. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I actually fully believe we have a track-based expansion coming. We need Laguna Seca. I don't think it's going to be real tracks. That would be cool, though. That would be really cool to, like, do a fictional California, like, with... I don't know where in California is... Hold on. Pull up Google Maps here. They could do Willow Springs. I mean, it's too far north, but because Horizon has never really done, you know, super real, it's always mishmash. They could maybe make it work. Yeah. I mean, and then Willow Springs is, yeah, down there. Yeah. That would make more sense. But it would be, I mean, there's no way they could do like LA. They'd have to pick something smaller. San Diego? Would they do like a virtual San Diego? I think it's too big for them to like do realistically. They'd have to pick something smaller. What's like right on the border? Hold on, let's do this together. Let me open up a private map here. Big Sur, yeah. San Diego, you think is likely? I would like that. I would think it's very cool. However, I think it's too big for them to tackle in a more realistic sense. Let me just make sure that like my home address won't show up here. Okay, I think we're good. So yeah, so here's the border. Right, yeah. And what's the most, like, north thing we have in Horizon? Did they do, like, any of Baja California stuff? I don't think so. I'm trying to think of, like, Horizon's, like, landmarks as they compare to real-life stuff. Tijuana, San Diego street racing expansion with Fast and Furious tie-in. Ooh, I'd say that's pretty likely, yeah. I could totally see that. Yeah, see, I wouldn't want a Baja expansion, personally. Top right is Baja. Wouldn't top left be kind of more Baja? Bottom right is Tulum. Top left. Okay, yeah. Guanajuato. Now, where is Guanajuato? Oh, there's Monterey. Someone was talking about that. Where's Guanajuato? I guess I could just type it in. Oh, no, it's right here. Okay. So, yeah, I know there's, like, stuff over here. But, yeah, I feel like they do have kind of Baja-y stuff. Yeah, we don't need more Baja. So, I don't think they'd do that. I would say because the map... Here, hold on. Let's pull up the map real quick. Again, let me just... FH5 map. Here's my dream. Let's dream spec out a Horizon 5 expansion. Okay. Let me get rid of all that. An ad? It's a weird ad. Okay. So, is the volcano supposed to be like a real volcano? I feel bad for not knowing this. Hold on. Let's put up landmarks. Caldera, Gran Telescopia, Bahia de Plano. So is that supposed to be like a real place? Is that just like Baja California? You don't think the volcano's real? Yeah, I don't either. So my guess is that this section of the map right here is meant to be Dunas Blancas. Is that a real place? Hold on, just double checking. Dunas Blancas. There's a hotel, Dunas Blancas. It's in Spain. So that's not it. I'm trying to find like the most north western Bahia de Plano. Bahia de Plano. The problem is Google Maps is probably not the best for this. Yeah, see, we're in Brazil. So that's not right. Well, that's not right. Well, either way, we'll pop back here. The little town is very alike to Escondido. This town that's down here, is that what you're talking about? Is there a town up here? I'm trying to think of overhead the map. There's this, I guess. What's the resort called in the southern part of in-game? Oh, yeah. The palace, the blue palace of the ocean. Palazzo. I don't know how... Palacio, maybe? Azul del Oceano. Maybe this is a real place. Yeah, I don't know. Club de Opalo de Fuego. Hold on, let's check that. Club de... Is it Opalo? Opalo de... That doesn't seem like a real place. Opalo de Fuego. Hold on. Where's that? Okay, that's here. That's a real place. Is that actually a golf course? Maybe? Hold on. There's a wow, that's just a hotel. Is that a golf course? It doesn't really look like there's a golf course around here. What is Opalo de Fuego? Oh, it's just like a store. Okay, never. It's a jewelry store. Cancel, guys. Cancel that. It's not real. We thought we were onto something. You know, funny enough, Connor Speed made a video showing in-game things versus where they were actually in Mexico. I feel like we should just watch that. Fortune Island, wasn't that just like supposed to be like Northern Ireland or something. I don't actually know. That one wasn't meant to be quite exactly like a real place, I think. The big arch in the West Coast. Big arch in the West Coast. Wait, I don't know what you're talking about. Big arch. Oh, you mean this? Yeah, you're right. This is a real place. Yeah, the rock arch by the sea. Okay. El Arco de Cabo San Lucas. Cabo San Lucas, okay. Cabo San Lucas. So I know that's a place. Yeah, there you go. The Arch of Cabo San Lucas. Okay. And that's the thing for sure. So that, there you go. Okay. That gives us like a thing. That gives us a thing. Oh god, anything but Ireland? No. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So we do have, for sure then, that's a landmark there. That's a landmark there. Which means, for sure, I'd say this is like Baja California. For sure. Because that, you know, it's all duny. Baja de Plano. What would that, Baja Plains? Is that, I don't actually speak Spanish, I'm just kind of guessing. It says Baja California on the world map. Oh, does it? Hold on. I put up landmarks. Miscellaneous. Maybe we should have just done this like in the in-game map. It actually does though. That's kind of funny. Hold on. If I hit, yeah. See, it doesn't actually pop up the world stuff. Okay. Well, that's a real roundabout way to figure out that that's Baja California. Wow, look how much map they rendered. That's interesting. So here's what I would like to see. Here's what I would personally like to see. Somewhere around here, they should have a road going north. Okay? So somewhere, like let's say from here to here, there should be a pathway going north into the mountains. And then up here, I think, sure, should be like Tijuana and maybe San Diego. Maybe just like a bit. Tijuana seems like they could do. I mean, let's compare sizes real quick here. Let's go... Here, hold on. Let me jump back to this. Guanajuato is a pretty small... Wait, where'd it go? Hold on, bring it back. Where is actual Guanajuato? Leon... Wait, that's right. Guanajuato is a region and a town. So that's confusing. Is Guanajuato in Guanajuato? That's I know that sounds silly, but... Is Guanajuato in Guanajuato? It's gotta be. Mexico City. Oh, that one has labels. Perfect. Okay, let me look at that. It was there. Okay. Hold on. Let's pop this up real quick. Is that all off? Yeah, okay. Sure, whatever. I'm private browsing anyway. Dos Blancas. Let's do this. Sorry, dog in the background. Where does it say Baja California? Oh, there it says Baja California. Okay. Okay. God, my dog is just losing it. Good thing my wife's out there. We just got a bark collar for her, by the way, because she just loses it on completely random things and she just can't calm down. Anyway, so this is Dunas Blancas. That's got to be a real place then. La Gran maybe not, because La Gran Caldera, is that a real place? I mean, Baja California obviously is. You know. Yeah, that's a real place. That's a real place. Well, either way, I think it's fair to say, again, where's Guanajuato? That's what we were doing. You guys said it was in here when I zoomed in. Guanajuato, there it is. Okay, I'm just kind of looking at city size here. Like real life city size. So I would say the city is about yay big. So let's just go from like there to there. So that's about 2 miles. The city's about 2 miles apart. Okay. So let's go to Tijuana. Tijuana is about, so let's just go coast to there. See, that's 19 miles. Oh, wait. I did that wrong. Hold on. That's way bigger, though. 19 miles. Clear measurement. Well, how big was Guanajuato? I measured that wrong. Sorry, guys. I was looking at the, like, inside thing. It's around here somewhere. Guanajuato. And then it's, like, up in the mountains. Guanajuato. Okay. Measure distance. And we'll go down to, like, here. Distance to here. So about 7 miles. About 7 miles. Okay. So that's actually, I would say Tijuana is totally possible then. Because Guanajuato is not a big in-game city. And if they did an expansion kind of focusing on a city, just rough. Yeah, so that it's, 2 to 3 times as big, Tijuana. But they could totally, they could make it, they could Horizonify it, I would say Tijuana is a total possibility. I would love to see. Now, so there are very famous, like mountain roads up around here in the mountains around LA. The road that, oh gosh, what's their name? Super famous car channel that always take their cars on California roads. That road is right here. So yeah, these are all, like, Assetto Corsa has modded, that's Crestline, so it's like it's over here. Haggerty, I don't think it's them. I mean, I'm sure they do, but yes, Belle Delphine. She always takes her cars to the California. Smoking Tire, I think it's them. Yeah. So yeah, all of these roads are like super famous. Yeah, it's Smoking Tire. Yep. All these roads are super famous mountain roads. These ones to a point as well. So I don't think they could push up here, because then you'd need to address LA somehow, because one of the coolest things about these roads is that when you're in the mountains you can see LA, and that's really cool. So but it would be so cool to do. Like, it's close enough, Maybe what they do is they kind of, again, because you have to remember, like, it's not 1-to-1. They can move things around. They can kind of Horizonify it. Here's what I say they do. I say, yeah, what if we just take the roads and push them somewhere else? If they had an LA expansion, that would blow me away. But there's just no way. They would do something like that. I say, what they do is they give us, like, Tijuana. But see, then how do you address Tijuana and the LA canyons without any mention of San Diego? That gets tricky. Maybe they just do, because you can't address Tijuana without San Diego. You just can't, because it's effectively, it's like the same city, So either way, let's just kind of beeline this. What I would like to see is a city and some mountains, and I would like to see it. Over here. This map kind of shows it over here. I think this should be expanded. I think there should be a big old city right here, whether that be LA or Tijuana or San Diego or whatever. And then this should be like transformed into the LA canyons. I think that would be my ideal expansion, is keep the coastline, make like Huntington Beach over here or something. I don't know. And then this becomes LA canyons, like all up in here, all like road themed. Like, I don't know. Look at these roads. Guys, these roads are amazing. I've driven on many of these roads, actually. Let's just how do I street view? Hey, look at that. Look at that hot piece of ass. Hold on, get me on that side. Like, these roads are incredible. And you can just look down and, like, that's LA down there, basically. And it's just these awesome mountain roads. These roads are super, super famous, is I guess what I'm getting at. Rim of the World viewpoint. Yeah, see, look at that. Look at that. How pretty is that? You know what I'm saying? Driving those roads is such a vibe. Absolutely. I have a lot of pictures on my phone of driving around this area. I actually have buddies who are moving to around here, and I'm kind of excited because it means I get to go visit them. I do have family that lives in California, so I am able to go out and check out Cali every now and then. And I was born in California and lived there for a while, so bit of a second home to me, if you will, but not so much as of late, because a lot of my family has moved out of California, and I don't travel as much, at least not to there. Yeah, it's very expensive to live there, for sure. Those roads are incredible, but the other drivers are a bit obnoxious. Vibe has gone downhill recently. Sure. Understandable. But yeah, for me, my big wants are, I want it to be connected to the game world. I'm done with expansions that don't connect to the game world. That is a huge downside to me. We know they have the ability to do it. We've seen it. I mean, we don't know. Well, we do know. They've talked about it. We know they have the ability to edit the game map. The question is, do they have like the budget to do it, or do they have the time to do it? Because it would be harder. It's way easier to just build a separate map that has nothing to do with this. However, if they knew from the outset, if they knew right away when building this map what their plans were for DLC 1, then it wouldn't be that hard. If they knew, if they'd already planned out, like, hey, there's going to be a road with a bridge that crosses this river, and like they already had all the terrain, they could have done it. So much unused space on the map. I mean, yeah, it is interesting, isn't it? If you look at this actually shows it really interesting. This is the map. But like, look at how much terrain, obviously all this terrain's probably not rendered. This is probably just like the mapping app with like randomly generated whatever. But you never know. Like, it is interesting that there's all of this, which is clearly unusable. And on top of that, there's all of this, which is also clearly unusable. And that is interesting. I don't think we do get that to a smaller degree in other Horizon games. But I feel like this is the map for sure that has the biggest amount of just like excess space. So who knows? Maybe, and this is just total tinfoil hat theory crafting, one of the expansions is going to go north and the other expansion is going to go south. I think it would be very cool if they do connect the main game map. They also have to figure out a solid way to keep our people who don't have the DLC. I think that would be pretty easy, to be honest. I think you could do it through like an in-game loading sequence. So like, you have a bridge. I would be fine. I would be totally fine if there were a bridge connecting mainland and DLC, and that bridge had like a 5-second cutscene. Like, you drive onto the bridge, it plays like a cutscene of your car crossing the bridge, and then you're in the new game world. Like, there are a lot of creative ways they could do that. So, I don't think that's too much of a technical problem. It's something that's easy to solve, I think. But it would be so sick. Like, what if their plan was to do DLC 1 up here, DLC 2 down here, and then we just have this massive map, How cool would that be? I would love that. Like, maybe DLC 1 is like city, tarmac, mountain roads. DLC 2 gets like, I don't know, South America, or maybe the Bahamas. That'd be kind of neat. I mean, we're really getting out of there now, but like, what if they do like I guess you wouldn't be able to do a mainland Cuba expansion. But that would be so sick. For what it's worth. Okay. If they have to do an island, A Cuba expansion would be so cool. I think that would be, I'd be okay with that. If they do an island that's Cuba. I think that would be, oh man, that would be really cool. Okay, so if they don't do a mainland map, if they don't do the whole like LA Canyons kind of thing, a Cuba DLC, and like the car culture there is wild. Man, that would be cool. They could push into like South America. You know, there's some potential there. Maybe that would be more of like a rally themed, off-roady, like jungle themed kind of thing. So I don't know. I mean, we'll find out, I'm sure, soon. We've got to find out soon. It's been, God, the game's been out. It's March 20th, November 5th. So yeah, the game's been out 5 months now. Really? Okay, I have to like double check my brain. Has Horizon 5 been out 5 months now? Yeah. That's crazy. And we still don't even know anything about DLC 1, which again, I'm fine with. I'm okay waiting. But man, I hope we find out soon. I hope we find out soon. And again, give me this. Give me this right here. That's all I want, baby. I don't care if it's LA, San Diego, Tijuana. You can just delete San Diego and LA. Or what they could do is what they could do is have Tijuana, ignore the existence of San Diego, and then just make LA like in the distance. Like you can't actually drive into LA. The LA like the border of the map is the canyons. And then LA is just like distant terrain. I'd be fine with that.